Now, after this came out, MSNBC brought on a trans expert to explain how actually the science is overwhelmingly conclusive that men can become women. Watch.
Charlotte, you and I have talked about this offline. I mean, the Republicans love to fearmonger. That's their currency. It galvanizes people to vote based on fear, not on facts. I always like to say, don't vote on feelings, vote on facts. Ground our viewers right now on why making trans people the boogeyman is just something that the Republicans want to do right now. And to your point, they're going to move on from that, and they're going to make another group targeted, and the next round of fear-mongering continues.
Hold on, I have to stop it there. Did that seem like an objective reporter asking an objective question? She was just like, here's the narrative I want to push. Now push it for me. And then also the complete lack of self-awareness required to say that Republicans are the ones who fearmonger. You mean Democrats who call Trump Hitler, who say Trump is a threat to democracy, who say Elon Musk is a Nazi, stealing your Social Security, cutting Medicaid to grandma, Trump's an agent of Putin? I mean, a typical case of Democrat projection being Democrat confession. But let's get back into this clip.
That gets right to the heart of it. So there are two things. First of all, according to polling, most Americans believe they don't personally know a trans person, which makes it a lot easier to be bystanders when the trans community is attacked. The second thing, of course, is that only one party is really talking about trans issues. It's the Republican Party. They've made trans issues one of their central topics in campaigning and the national discourse, what have you. The more the Democrats ignore this, the more it's going to come back to haunt us in future elections. Republicans are not going to let up on this. They're not going to leave it alone. They're not going to stop this, and we're going to suffer. And here's what I find ironic about all this. It's very easy to fight back on trans issues. The science is on our side. Every credible medical organization has come out and endorsed gender-affirming care and said that the trans military ban is ridiculous and unnecessary. They've said that trans women should be housed in women's prisons. I mean, these are all policies that make sense if you're willing to fight back. But the more we don't fight back, the more Republicans are going to engage in bad faith and run up a score on Democrats. And I think we all deserve better.
I mean, Democrats, please, please, please continue with making the transgender problem your number one priority. Please make this the center of your platform for as long as you possibly can. This is the most unpopular, unwinnable position the Democrats have, and they have a lot of unpopular, unwinnable positions. I mean, you want to talk about deteriorating people's faith in the science and the medical community? Keep trying to explain to people why the experts say that men can actually become women. I'm sure it's going to bode well for you. Even though every single piece of evidence that there is, from Europe to America, all proves this stuff is catastrophic and harmful. Europe banned your so-called gender-affirming care for minors because the results were disastrous. The people arguing in favor of men competing in women's sports to the Supreme Court right now had to openly admit to the Supreme Court that people who transition genders are actually more suicidal. They don't get better. It's bad for their brains, bad for their bones, bad for their joints, bad for their organs. The surgery comes with a laundry list of complications. You're a lifelong dependent on medication. So yeah, of course, those people shouldn't be allowed to serve in the military. They don't even let you in the military if you're asthmatic. So why would they let a mentally deranged person who has destroyed their body, requires a cocktail of medicine, to serve in the army? How does that increase our lethality?